Hey UKDCers, it's new knife day again. This particular one is another MKM, and I've actually been really impressed with MKM. Still loving this Chilena. So in here, of course, as you can tell from the title, is the Root. Oh, of course, that'll be the pouch, won't it? So there we go. Climb the edge. Looks like they had to struggle to fit that in there, look. Oh yeah. So there you go, standard. You get that in there. Nice enough box, we've all seen that. Of course, I've already got one of these. I've got the one I dyed black, which is nice because it means I'll be able to keep this one. This lovely brown colour. And these are fantastic. These are really good, these little pouches. I think you can buy them separately on Heine as well then. So yeah, have just received a reply from MKM. Really didn't take long. They immediately apologised. They're going to send me out these screws. Honestly, if you're willing to just fix it like that, no questions asked, just send them straight out. Inconvenient, but can't super complain at that. You know, it's just the best thing they can do. They haven't even made me send this back to Heine or anything for a replacement. They're just going to ship them out. I mean, it would be quicker to send this out to Heine, I think, but I'd just rather get on with the review, and it's just 2 screws it's missing. It's otherwise fine, so there we go. So get this, that's cool. This. We are now going to take this apart, now that I know I've got the screws on the way. So the inlay looks like it's fairly secure anyway. I won't carry this until I get those screws because I don't want this falling out, but yeah, it looks like it's fairly securely in there. So anyway, yeah, these screws are just to hold that inlay in. There we go. So we have got threads milled directly into the titanium, of course. You've got the stop pin hole right here, stop pin included. You have got the, I mean, it's just one solid bit of titanium really, which is great. And the collar, which I assume is removable, but it's in there pretty tight. But there you go, nice and simple. If we want to focus, look at that. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, MKM. This is probably going to be my favourite MKM now. I can only see the blade being extremely practical as well, because it's, I mean, it looks like a kitchen knife to me. It really does. And there we go, it goes back together quite easily. Centering is back on point. No blade play again. And there we go. So I'm going to have to wait probably like 5 days, 6 days for these to come through. So actually, just chatting with the MKM representative again, and I mentioned that I opened the box with my Chilena, you know, just saying like, yeah, no, I quite like MKM anyway. And a thought occurred. I wonder if those two will fit. Now, I'm fairly certain they're going to fit in there and they'll be the same threading, because, I mean, why wouldn't you? And yes, they are. So that's good. Obviously, this means I can't use... I guess it means I can't use both knives at the same time, but it means I can start EDCing this without delay. But I also need to check... Yeah, no. I'll just pull that. Yeah, I can't see any screw heads sticking out or anything. Okay, so I guess we're just going to finish this review up then. So, starting again, boom. Immediately notice no sharpening choil. That's a bit of a little bit annoying. I really like this plunge line. Like I said, it just kitchen knife to me all the way, but it's super utilitarian. Yeah, imagine that, it cuts through paper. Not an ideal test, but you know, it cuts quite well. It's a lovely Warny shape, which is just, it's so perfect for opening boxes and things like that. I mean, this is the ideal work knife shape for me. Like just a, you know, nice little curve. But you can also put your finger right at the top there. Definitely quite like this. In the hand, it's maybe a tiny bit small. I think it's just this bit here. I think the Cellina is actually much better, where they both have sort of like an extended bolster bit here, but this one isn't anywhere near as pointy. It doesn't stick in my hand, like it comes below my fingers, whereas this one really does want, if we could actually focus on it, you can see it just wants to stick in my hand there. And while I'm sure with normal use that'd be fine, you can see it is actually... So we'll see how bad that is. That said, pinching this knife like this is better with this because you get much more surface area. So, and you get the grips here. So I'm imagining this is how they're hoping you to use this knife really. So you'd have the fingers around there, and actually, yeah, that's starting to make a lot of sense in this position. It really is. And then, yeah, I mean, I am assuming that is how they're wanting you to hold it. You've got the slats here for grip. This is almost jimping kind of thing. I mean, it's not super grippy, but it works. 3 fingers there, and then pinch it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is just a pinch knife. Like, it's weird, because this edge here is much sharper than this one. Oh, yeah. Actually, you can... So if we get a little zoom in at that, look, you can clearly see a burr there. Yeah, there you go. See that rough edge? I'm going to have to knock that down, which is unfortunate because that's probably going to ruin that bit of finish. So using this, just this rust eraser, the medium one, you can see that it's not done too much to the finish. It has definitely worn it a little bit, but that would get worn anyway, those little corners. I can confirm immediately, much nicer. It was just a burr sticking into me, was all that was. So if yours is finished properly, you won't have that issue. There's still a little bit on this corner that I need to finish actually, but yeah. What's still grabbing me there? Must be the inside of that. Just the inside. But yeah, you don't want to go too aggressive with this. This thing actually takes off quite a lot of material if you let it. It's like an extreme strop or something. Yeah. Yeah, so I imagine the way you're supposed to get this, you know, with obviously the edges all being finished nicely, that won't be an issue. I imagine most of these will come lovely with the screws, without that burr. I'm sure, you know, they absolutely would have replaced this if I asked, but I don't really care personally, and I care more knowing that they would do it if asked. When I complained about a very small problem I have with this, they said, "Oh, please just tell us and we'll fix it." Like, so, honestly, can't fault them. You know, you can trust them in that they'll fix it if you've got a problem. It seems, you know, I have no doubt with that. Obviously, they wouldn't now because I've just ruined the finish on there. But had I just sent this back to Heine, I mean, Heine would have sorted it themselves as well. But I could have contacted MKM, and MKM would have sorted it as well, which is nice. So yeah, I quite like the size. I actually really do like the pinchability there. It's going to need a lanyard because there's no pocket clip, and it's going to obviously just be going in here like that and then just pulling that out, and that'll rub on these corners anyway eventually. But yeah, I gotta say, ignoring the small issues there, I think I'm onto a winner here. I really do like it. It's unique enough, you know. There's not many on the market that have this just straight up. I mean, you've got the Spidey Chef, I guess, but that's quite expensive, and it's not legal to carry in the UK. This one most definitely is. I mean, 7.6 is what you're looking for, so the cutting edge is 7. The actual blade length is about the same. Even if you take it from behind the choil, 7.6 is what you're looking for. If we go into inches, 2.8. This thing's about to run out of battery. Lovely. No lock. Feels nice and solid. Feels a lot better now that that's been knocked off, I gotta tell you. That was really necessary. Yeah, very nice and light. M390. A very nice thin grind. I mean, look at that. So a lot of issues with this knife in particular so far. Drop down in the comments if you've had any of these issues, or if your edges are sharp or anything like that. See if it's just this one. Either way, MKM seems happy enough to fix it, but man,